Warm and muggy, just like a summer preview out there today as we wrap up this work week, but clouds are starting to roll in. When do we see some rainfall as we go on toward your Saturday? We'll have your full forecast in just a bit.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us for DC News Now at 5 o'clock. I'm Chris Flanagan in tonight for Mark Hall. We begin at 5 with breaking news, a monumental day for the future of the Washington Commanders. A deal has just been reached to sell the team to the Josh Harris Group. We bring in sports anchor Brandy Flores now for more on the shift in ownership. She starts off her live team coverage tonight. And Brandy, safe to say this is a day Commander fans have waited a long time for.
Definitely, Chris. It sure is a sigh of relief for many Commanders fans. It's a move many expected to happen, but just weren't sure when it would happen. So now joining us in our team coverage is sports reporter Alex Flum. Alex, you've been at rookie camp all day out there in Ashburn, and then this breaking news hits. This sale has been agreed upon, but papers still need to be signed, and the owners have to vote on this sale.
Yeah, obviously there was a big day for rookie camp today. The focus has gone very quickly away from rookie camp and on the ownership situation for this team, and it's a very big update for you guys. This deal has gone from pending to official, meaning all that we're waiting on is an NFL vote that is set to could take place as early as May 22nd at an owners meeting in Minnesota. 24 out of 32 NFL owners would need to vote in favor of this sale. Of course, another big component of this news today is that this deal has gone from non-exclusive. So before, other people could have come in and put in a bid and tried to buy this team. Now it is exclusive, so no one else can come in besides this Josh Harris Group and bid on the sale. So this is a major step forward, and we keep saying it with every step we've had, but this really is the closest it's been to this officially going through. The Snyders even put out a statement about this. So this is, again, a major thing, and this group includes Josh Harris, who is a native of the DC area, grew up in Chevy Chase. Mitchell Rails, another one. He went to Whitman High School, also grew up in the Bethesda area. Magic Johnson is a part of this as well. So this is a very big group, and it's a big day with a lot of optimism for this organization. We had fans celebrating back on April 14th when the deal was agreed to in principle, and today I'm sure fans are going nuts because this is big step closer right now to this officially happening.
As we know, Commanders fans are extremely excited. Thank you, Alex. We'll be checking back with you all night long through game night at 11 o'clock here on DC News Now. And of course, Alex mentioned one of the owners, minority owners, is Magic Johnson of the Josh Harris Group. Magic tweeted out the following, saying in part, quote, "Josh Harris has assembled an amazing group who share a commitment to not only doing great things on the field, but to making a real impact in the DMV community. I'm so excited to get to work on executing our vision for the Commanders and our loyal fan base." So there's one thing Magic Johnson knows how to do is win championships, both as a player and as an owner, because he does own a minority share in the Los Angeles Dodgers as well.
Yes, and welcome to DC, Magic, right?
Yes.
Officially.
Hit me up. I'll help you get transitioned from California to DC. It'll be good.
All right. Well, much more coverage, of course, throughout this newscast and throughout the night here on DC News Now. And really, as we said, a monumental day for the future of the Commanders. All right. Speaking of the Commanders, almost feels like training camp weather. Almost does.
And I mean, you can be excited about that sale, if you will, if you're a fan, and then you can be excited about this weather too, because it is downright beautiful out there this evening, folks. We are looking at very warm temperatures. Look at that, all that warmth built up across much of the East Coast, including the DMV and DC, where we did climb into at least the low 80s. Some spots even got above that 85-degree mark. Wow. Again, feeling a lot more like summer here today already. Now, the only downside was the fact that with some of these building temperatures and things being rather quiet still, we had a little bit of that lingering wildfire smoke. That is really starting to finally clear out of here totally. But that combination did lead to some lower air quality across much of the DC metro area that will linger about into the night tonight as well. So those sensitive to those air particles, those with breathing issues, older citizens, you still just want to take it easy at least through the night tonight until we start to improve that air quality a little bit heading into the weekend. And what could improve that? Well, a storm system kicking the winds up, bringing some rainfall, and we clearly see that next system and some showers and storms developing developing just off to our west, even a couple of showers down towards Charlottesville in central Virginia. So this system is definitely knocking on the door. We have the possibility of running into a stray shower or two here or there this evening across central Virginia, possibly over near the Chesapeake Bay as well. Otherwise, though, we're going to see clouds building at temperatures that are staying very mild. We're still in the 80s by the 8 o'clock hour. And then that rain starts to roll in after midnight. Now, will your Saturday be totally soggy, or will there be some pockets of dry time? We'll have your full forecast in just a bit.
Damien, we'll see you then. Thanks. Meanwhile, developing now at 5, we're learning new details about the man killed by police yesterday in Fairfax County, including how that confrontation began. Investigators said the man violently attacked an officer inside that officer's cruiser. DC News Now's Daniel Hamburg is live at the McDonald's along Richmond Highway in Fairfax County's Groveton community, where this all unfolded just after 4 o'clock yesterday. Daniel, we now know the identity of the man shot and killed.
Chris, that U-Haul he was driving was reported stolen out of Richmond last Wednesday. Today, police identified him as 38-year-old Brandon LeMaine of Newport News. Chief Kevin Davis calling his officers heroes.
It's shocking and disturbing. I'm at a loss for words after seeing it.
The reaction continues after video circulating online shows a Fairfax County police officer being attacked Thursday afternoon.
He was in a fight for his life inside of a police car.
Police say 38-year-old Brandon LeMaine was driving a stolen U-Haul and stopped at this Citgo station. A police license plate reader flagged the vehicle, and the officer started talking to LeMaine. Surveillance video showed the two walking toward the officer's cruiser, but police say when the officer told LeMaine he'd be detained, LeMaine attacked him and grabbed at the officer's gun, which was secure in its holster. In the ensuing struggle, LeMaine can be seen pushing the officer into the car. Somehow the car ends up in reverse as the officer radioed for help.
He also relays during his radio transmission several times that our assailant has his gun.
The police cruiser hit two cars before crashing in front of this McDonald's. That's when the two officers arrived. One of them, an 8-year veteran, fired at LeMaine, while the other, a 24-year veteran, pulled LeMaine off the officer and out of the cruiser. That officer then fired. Police say the gun was never removed from the holster of the officer who was attacked. Now, a use of force investigation is being conducted by the Major Crimes Bureau before presenting findings to the Commonwealth Attorney's Office. I did reach out to Steve Descano, who said that he is currently reviewing that body camera video, and per department policy, the officers involved are being placed on restricted duty for now. We're live in Fairfax County. Daniel Hamburg, DC News Now.
And more breaking news now at 5. DC News Now has confirmed that the 18-year-old shot to death in the parking lot of an elementary school in Forestville last night was a senior at Dr. Henry A. Wise High School in Upper Marlboro. This is the third Wise High School student lost to tragedy this year alone. And we've learned the same teenager was already connected to another tragedy. Our reporter Jan-Marie Sisse spent the afternoon speaking with students at the high school and joins us live this afternoon. Jan-Marie, of course, it's such a sad day, less than a month before graduation.
Yeah, definitely a very sad day for the Upper Marlboro community. Now, today was supposed to be Kendall Batson's last day of school before he crosses that graduation stage in the next few weeks. And several parents and students I spoke to said they're just saddened and heartbroken at the fact that they lost another student to the Puma community, especially due to senseless gun violence. Now, Batson was shot and killed at North Fordsville Elementary School, which is also near a community center. Now, last night, his family told me he was being carjacked, but police say that's still under investigation. Now, you may remember Batson was actually the person behind the wheel during the car accident that took the life of another Wise High School student back in March while they were both on their way to school. Now, I did have a chance to speak to students and parents, and this is the latest tragedy to hit them.
The class of 2023 is going through a lot at this moment, but you know, we try to keep our heads high. We graduating for him.
I just think it's so unfair that life is just taken away from them at the drop of a dime. it's really sad.
Now, police are still trying to search for any suspects, and there is a $25,000 reward out there. And today, in a letter, the school principal did offer any counseling services to families and students that may be heartbroken about this incident. For now, reporting in Upper Marlboro, Maryland, I'm Yamari Sase, DC News Now.
All right, new details about a boat fire at the Mount Vernon Yacht Club in Fairfax County back on May 4th. Fire investigators have determined the fire started in an engine compartment, but the cause of that fire is still under investigation at this hour. 2 people sustained non-life-threatening injuries. The boat, we're told, is considered a total loss. All new tonight at 5, a nonprofit in Frederick, Maryland is empowering art-based programs that amplify the voices and life experiences of vulnerable communities through art. DC News Now's Michaela Newton covers Frederick, Maryland, and tells us how the program is showing power through photos.
My photo is this one here. It's representing people that are like the homeless population and how we need better homes to be built. And actually, this is on the street where I live at.
They say a picture is worth 1,000 words. With the Photo Voice Community Impact Project, that seems to be true as it elevates voices and experiences of people through artistic expression. The Community Arts Project was started through a local nonprofit so that the voices of vulnerable communities can be heard through photographs. Laura Sherwood is the executive director of the project. She says the Photo Voice Community Impact Project puts the camera in the hands of people to reflect and share things that are important to them.
Some of the images that I think were really powerful, I worked with a bunch of youth. Some of them included minority youth, some of them were Ukrainian youth refugees, and those are some of the powerful stories that you can see here on the wall.
It highlights people whose voices typically go unheard, like people among the homeless population or people with disabilities.
Yeah, this is work that I chose for community to bleed in the South, regardless of the stigma placed on them by other people's. Just remind me of like don't use diagnosis or medication as an excuse.
The project is housed at the Delaplane Art Center in Frederick, Maryland. It's posted as a gallery on a black and white collaged wall for all to see. Reporting in Frederick, Maryland, Michaela Newton, DC News Now.